Right, welcome back to the channel. This is another Warhammer 40,000, or in this case Warhammer 30,000 battle report. Philip wanted to play the Mechanicum with his Death Guard, so we're going to be playing some interesting new rules here. This is today's table. We're playing Eternal War Crusade, which is D3 plus 2 objectives, and we've got 4 objectives altogether. One in the centre and one over this side. We haven't rolled for deployment or anything yet. It is Dawn of War deployment, but we'll now take it through the armies. Right, so this is today's Mechanicum army. We have 2,500 points. We've got a Archmagus Prime. He's been upgraded with the Myrmidax, 2-phase plasma fusils, Paragon Blade, Cyber Familiar, and he has 4 Ocularis with him. For troops choice, we've got 20 Ad Secularis Covenant with Lasloks, Induction Charges, and Right of Pure Thought, so they are fearless. The rest of the troops, we've got 2 squads of 3 Thalax. Each squad of 3 has a single photon thruster. For elites, we have 2 squads of 3 Myrmidons. In the front squad, we have 4 grav guns on these 2 and Volkite Serpenter on the other one. The other 3 have 4-phase plasma fusils and 2 Volkites as well. The rest of the troops, we've got 3 Castellax. 2 of them have Darkfire cannons, one of them is just with the Mauler Bolt cannon. Each of them have an enhanced targeting array, so that's +1 ballistic skill and -1 to your cover save. For fast attack, we've got 3 Ursarax being upgraded with Power Fists. We have the Avenger Strike Fighter with 2 last cannons, 2 auto cannons, and it's got the Servitor upgrade to give it a Tank Hunter. We've also got the Thanatar with an enhanced target array as well, so he's ballistic skill 5 and -1 to cover saves. And we have an Imperial Knight Paladin, no upgrades, totally stock. Haven't rolled for the Warlord trait as of yet, but this guy's going to be the Warlord trait, and we've got the Magus Dominus there just to be chucking out some Cyber Thurgy. So we'll now take you through Philip's Death Guard. Right, so this is Philip's Death Guard army. So Philip, do you want to talk us through what you've got?
Yep, so we've got Callous Typhon, as he is, dirty, filthy, 30k filth.
Yep.
For my troops today, I'm using Legion Heavy Support Squad with the Flak Missile upgrade, Hardened Armor upgrade, and that's it.
Yep.
Then for elites, I've got a Mortis Pattern Contempted Dreadnought with the Havoc Launcher and twin linked glass cannons.
Yep.
With automatic shielding and helical target array. Then I've got a Terminator Squad, sorry back here, I'm just being awkward. 10, I've got a Sergeant with twin lightning claws.
This one here?
Yeah, it says somewhere. And they've got a Reaper auto cannon.
Yep.
And then I've got a Grave Warden Terminator Squad.
Yep.
Heavy Flamer upgrade.
That guy there?
Yep, on him.
Yep.
And then I'm running a Legion Whirlwind Scorpius, just based as out as it is.
Yep.
And then Mortarion with a unit of 8 Death Shroud Terminators. That's his honor guard type thing.
Very, very nice. So, my understanding is that I get first turn.
Yes, that's correct. I'm running an onslaught list which allows me to have extra heavy and a heavy as a troop choice.
No problem. So, we'll roll off for deployment, see who deploys first, and then see if Philip wants to seize the initiative. Right, so after deployment, I won the dice off and elected to deploy first. And this battle for Mars is going to commence soon. The Death Guard are coming. But on this side, we've got the Knight and the Ursarax to provide a fast flank. In the centre, we've got the blob of 20 fearless tech thralls. The Thanatar has taken up a good opportunity, good position to fire down and cover hopefully a lot of the board. We've got the Thalax to provide a tough centre with one of the Castellax. Got another Castellax with a Darkfire cannon up here. Dominus hiding out the way. The Warlord is going to be joining these Myrmidons to provide a strong, tough flank. Philip's counter deployment. He's got the Dreadnought at the back. He's got his Devastator equivalent here. This piece of terrain here though has only a 5-up cover due to my Warlord trait. I was allowed to -1 cover from any terrain in the enemy's deployment zone. Got his Whirlwind at the back, looking to drop some large firepower down. Big squad of Terminators and another big squad of Terminators. You're probably asking, where's Matarian? Well, his Warlord trait was Infiltrate. So he's here on this flank, 18 inches away, looking to probably take these guys quite quickly. So, Philip, do you want to seize the initiative?
No.
Nope, that's a 5. So we'll move on to Mechanicum, turn 1. Right, so in the movement phase, the Knight and the Ursarax take the fast flank, sweep round onto this side over here. Tech Thrall's got a 5-inch move through cover, so they're hopefully going to try and sit on their objective. The Thalax and this Castellax are pushed forward, looking to hopefully take it the centre. On this side, the Myrmidons have all pushed forward, looking probably to get some shots down on them. Down here, the Warlord is pushed forward as well with the Ocularis. The Castellax have all stayed where they are, apart from that one. And the Thanatar here is going to look to get some shots down there or there. So we'll come back after shooting. Right, so the shooting phase has been reasonable. The Knight fired its rapid fire battle cannon down at the Devastators there, caused 11 wounds, and Philip passed 2 5-up covers, so the Sergeant is left alone. He did pass his leadership though. Over this side, meanwhile, the Castellax here, both the Thalax, both of these Castellax and the Thanatar unloaded everything into these guys. And Philip passed an insane amount of 4-pin runs with all the AP2, and only one guy went down. The Myrmidons here with the phase plasma fusils even shot into them to cause some extra wounds, but nothing was lost from them. These guys, however, shot the graviton guns, caused 3 wounds altogether, and Philip passed 2 of his saves, so the lead guy there is on 1 wound. The template's there as a counter as difficult and dangerous terrain next turn. So that is it for the shooting. Just a note with the shooting though, he took a wound due to get hot, and the photon thruster Thalax did. I did cast It Will Not Die on him from the Dominus as well. I am going to charge, these Myrmidons are going to charge over here, so we'll come back and see if I have anything left. Right, so in the assault phase over here, the Myrmidons charged in, and they did take a couple of wounds to the Toxic Flamer Overwatchers. I think there was something like 20 hits or something, and took a couple of wounds, passed a few saves, but failed some. And we did manage to cut one down. Everybody went at the same time. All of the rest of the Terminators though attacking back, cut down, and there was only the Lord left on 1 wound, and Mortarion came in and sliced him in 2. So that actually scores Philip first blood. So we'll now move on to Death Guard, turn 1. Right, so the Death Guard movement phase. Typhus is detached from the unit, and the Terminators are all trundling forward. All these guys here. I think I'm going to have to start pulling back and shooting quite a lot. So we'll move on to the shooting phase. Right, so in the shooting phase, these Terminators here use their assault grenade launchers with the toxin bullets. Shot down at the Warlord, got 2 direct hits, and the Warlord passed both of his toughness tests. Hit 2 of the Ocularis. This guy passed both of his toughness tests. This one failed 1, but then passed his armor save. One of them did scatter and hit this Myrmidon, who failed his toughness test, and then failed his armor save, so he lost a wound. Matarian teleported over this way, looking probably to take out the Castellax when he can next shoot. These guys here got a couple of hits off on the Myrmidons here with their flamers, but no wounds caused despite shred. The guy here with the Reaper auto cannon killed the Ocularis that was back here. Typhus used the Ordnance Barrage thing, I don't know what it's called, at the Thanatar, and scattered every single time, didn't cause any wounds. The missile launcher from the Whirlwind went for the Warlord, but unfortunately didn't get any hits either, scattered wildly. Over this side, the last cannons, despite being twin linked to ballistic skill 5, he only hit once and then failed to glance even the front armour of the Knight. This missile launcher also took a pot shot at the front of the Knight and unfortunately didn't hit. So that is the end of the shooting phase. Right, so movement phase, the Avenger has came on, looking to get a few shots down on the Dreadnought down here. The Knight and the Ursarax have all pulled forward, looking to hopefully sweep from that side. The Tech Thralls are pushed forward again, and the Castellax has just pulled back slightly, as well as the Thalax. I still need to move the Warlord, but over here I've just left all the Castellax where they are. The Myrmidons are pushed forward. I'm going to try and take some of those out before I get took out. So we'll move on to the shooting phase after we've moved these guys. Right, so at the end of the movement phase, the last cannons from the Dreadnought there shot up at the Avenger, and I elected to jink. Phil scored a penetrating hit, but I jinked it away. He then snapshot 2 last cannons, 2 auto cannons, and the Mauler Bolt cannon down at the Dreadnought, at the Whirlwind, sorry, and didn't get any hits at all. The Knight then shot at it and got 2 direct hits with the rapid fire battle cannon. It caused a glance and a pen. The pen result was an immobilised result, which obviously Phil still wanted to keep anyway because he still got to fire. Any other result than a 6 would have been ideal. The rest of the shooting phase down here, all the Thalax and the Warlord shot down at the Terminators there, as well as the Thanatar. The Thanatar only killed 1. The rest of the guys went due to the weight of fire from the Thalax. They have passed their leadership test. This Castellax here decided to take a pot shot and strip the last whole point off the Whirlwind that was over there. This Castellax and that one as well also fired into the Terminator squad. I was trying to whittle them down as best as I could. The Myrmidons here shot everything at these Terminators and they only lost 1 of their number. So we're now going to go into the assault phase. The Myrmidons are going to be charging. I think I'm going to make some jetpack moves with the Thalax. Right, so just at the end of the shooting phase, the Ursarax ran that way 4 inches. In the assault phase, all the Thalax have jet moved, and the Ocularis have pulled forward as well. The Myrmidons charged in, didn't take any wounds to Overwatch. They cut down 2 of the Terminators in combat. The Sergeant with the 2 Lightning Claws failed to wound despite having shred. The Terminators punched back, and I did pass 3 of me 5-up in runs with the Myrmidons, so the Lord stood. He is stubborn, and he passed his leadership of 10. So they are tied up in combat for that turn. So we'll now move on to Death Guard, turn 2. Alright, so Death Guard movement phase. The Dreadnought is pulled round to the side. He's not able to fire due to intercepting, so we'll see what the plan is there. Down here, Typhus and the Terminators are pushed forward, probably looking to charge up this way to this objective. These Terminators as well, moving forward. Thankfully there's not much in range of the Flamers. And Mortarion is looking down at this Castellax. I maybe should have cast Rite of Destruction on the Castellax last turn, because even if I failed, he'd have charged into him. So we'll now move on to the shooting phase. Right, so in the shooting phase, these guys shot down at the Warlord and actually managed to get a wound on him. Mortarion did shoot at the Castellax that was there, but he scattered off despite having quite a good ballistic skill. He then charged in and tore him down. He only failed one invuln save, unfortunately, but Mortarion has instant death. So he's consolidated this way, looking to take the Warlord out. Over here, the Sergeant with the Lightning Claws failed to kill the Myrmidon Lord. The Myrmidon Lord did pull one of the Terminators down, but then was pummeled with the Power Fists. So we'll now move on to Mechanicum, turn 3. Alright, so movement phase. The Knight has pulled this way, and the Thalax are all sitting atop there looking to get some shots down. The Avenger can now fire full ballistic skill. I think I'm probably going to go for Typhus. The Ursarax jump round looking to charge the Dreadnought there. That was pretty much it for me movement. I've got the Tech Thralls moving sideways, and I've lined the Ocularis up there just to try and prevent any charges if they survive next turn. So we'll now move on to shooting. Right, so down here the Imperial Knight shot a rapid fire battle cannon at these guys. Strength 8 managed to double one of the Terminators out. They're not going to need to take a leadership test. This guy here, there was a few more of them, but all of the fire from these guys and the Castellax here managed to take 2 of them out. These here, 2 of them were cut down from the Helix Plasma Mortar from the Thanatar, so they're going to need a leadership test as well. The Avenger shot everything, shot the last cannons, the Mauler Bolt Cannon and a single auto cannon for ballistic skill, and snapshot the last auto cannon, and Typhus lost 1 wound to the Mauler Bolt Cannon. I was hoping to double him out with the last cannon, but he passed his invuns. So that is it for the shooting phase. We'll do those leadership checks and move on to assaults.
Basically, yeah.
Right, so these failed their leadership test and they ran 9 inches almost to the edge of the board. In the assault phase, these guys charged into the Dreadnought. 1 of them took a wound to Overwatch, and then 2 of them took wounds due to the Dreadnought going first. They punched back with the Power Fist and exploded it, and then 1 of them took a wound due to the explosion. Failed my armor save, failed to feel no pain. So they brought that down over there. Now let's move on to Death Guard, turn 3. Right, so we've just got into the Death Guard turn here and rolled to see if these Terminators rally, and Phil's just rolled a double 6. Aaron's not amused at all. So, well, yeah, they've probably gone off the board. I think that's probably 2 inches. So, we'll move into Death Guard turn with Typhus. Yeah, there we go. Aaron, your Terminators do not like leadership checks. So, we've got Typhus, the Terminator, these guys, and Mortarion still left, so let's see what damage Phil can inflict. Right, so in the shooting phase, Typhus rolled his Gets Hot for his Flamer and he rolled a 1, and then Phil rolled another 1, so Typhus is down on 1 wound. This guy shot his crack missile at, or crack grenade rather, at the Ocularis there and missed, and these guys with the Flamers managed to take out the 2 Ocularis here. Mortarion shot down at the Warlord, and the Warlord took a wound but passed his invuln save. So we'll now move on to assaults. Right, so in the assault phase, Typhus charged at the Ocularis. The Ocularis did get a hit on Overwatch and wounded, but Phil passed his armor save. Down here, Mortarion charged in at the Warlord. He only got 2 hits. The Archmagus Dominus didn't get any hits at all. Wounded once, and the Warlord passed his invuln save. So that is tied combat down here. So we'll now move into Admech, turn 4. Right, so movement phase, I pulled the Knight this way. He is going to be firing last depending on how well the rest of the force does. If I do enough damage, then he's not going to shoot at all and he's going to charge in and try and take out Mortarion. The Tech Thralls are pushed forward 6 inches because Phil still has a Sergeant there with a missile launcher which I want to try and take out. I decided that the Ursarax probably were probably needed elsewhere, maybe take this Terminator out here or possibly help take Typhus out, depending again on how the Thalax do. got these Terminators here to try and take down as well though. So we'll move on to shooting. Right, so the shooting phase. This Castellax managed to take out the lone Terminator that was there. The Ursarax could just get 2 beams off on Typhus, and Phil failed one of his saves, so that was Typhus cut down. As a result of that, all of the Thalax shot straight through at these guys, as well as the Thanatar. And as you can see, there's 3 left at full wounds and 1 on 1 wound. That means the Knight is not going to fire. He's going to charge into this combat. So we'll work that combat out and see if anything survives.
6.
Right, so the Knight charged in. He got 2 hits. And I rolled a 6 and a 1 against Mortarion. So Mortarion is down. Right, so Mortarion has been cut down by the Knight and the Archmagus Dominus. Phil's decided to call the game there. It's been a very enjoyable game. The amount of AP2 that I've had to pour into Terminators, and the amount of invuns that he passed was unreal. So, if you live in the Durham area, please check out Durham Raiders. I'll put a link in the description to their Facebook page. There's loads of guys down tonight, really, really friendly people, and I hope to be back to play against Aaron or Phil, or even anybody else sometime soon. Aaron has asked to play against the Tyranids, so hopefully I'll be back next month. So, thanks very much.